It is Tuesday, 1st of May at 7 p.m. And I'd like to call the regular Board of Trustees meeting of the Village of North Hudson to order at 7 o'clock. And then I get a short invocation for us. Father, we seek your blessings on our village, our state, and our nation. Forgive us our shortcomings at the times when we have failed you. Draw us back to your love and strengthen us as a nation to serve and honor you in all that we do. May we forever be faithful to the calling that you've given us. We respectfully and humbly give thanks for your continued blessings on our village, our state, and our nation. Roll call.
Trustee Leaf.
Here.
Matz.
Here.
Nelson.
Here.
Pike.
Here.
President Wecken.
Here.
Trustee Zeiss.
Here.
Zappa.
Here.
Thank you. Okay, item 2 is review approved minutes from a regular board meeting of 27 March 2018 and the reorg meeting of 17 April 2018. Is there,
I'll move, Stan.
thank you, Mark. Is there a second?
Second.
Any comments, corrections, questions? Hearing none, all in favor of the minutes as presented, signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Thank you. Okay, item 3, comments from the floor. Opportunity for residents to make the board aware of topics, issues, opportunities either on or not on tonight's or today's agenda. And the gallery is empty this evening, so on to number 4. St. Croix River Association boat inspection, education at Fair Landing Park, discussion approval requested. We have a motion.
I'll move, Stan.
Thank you, Mark. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Kathy. We've done this, I don't know, several years now that they provide the people, doesn't cost the village anything, and they let the boaters know about cleaning off the debris or whatever, so they don't transfer it from one lake to another. So it's a good program, and it's an easy one for us to be part of. So if there's no further discussion, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Number 5, proclamation declaring May 6th through 12th, 2018 as Municipal Clerks Week. And there's a proclamation that I will read because our clerks and Melissa, we know how important Melissa is to our group. Whereas the office of the municipal clerk, a time-honored and vital part of the local government, exists throughout the world as the oldest profession among public servants. And whereas the office of municipal clerk provides the professional link between the citizens, local governing bodies, and agencies of the government at local, county, and state levels. And whereas municipal clerks have pledged to be ever mindful of their neutrality and impartiality, rendering equal service to all residents through transparency and accountable government practices. And whereas the municipal clerk serves as the information center on functions of local government and community, and whereas the 1,854 municipal clerks and 72 county clerks contribute to election administration by attending required training and dedicating themselves to providing fair, non-biased, nonpartisan, accurate, and responsible elections in Wisconsin. And whereas municipal clerks continually strive to improve the administration, the responsibilities of the office of municipal clerk through participation in education programs, seminars, workshops, and annual conferences across Wisconsin. And now, therefore, I, Stan Wecken, Village President of the Village of North Hudson, do recognize the week of May 6th through May 12th, 2018 as Municipal Clerks Week, and further extend the appreciation to our municipal clerk, Melissa Ludke, and to all municipal clerks for their vital service they perform and their exemplary dedication to the communities they represent. And I would like to thank Melissa personally for the great job she does. It makes our jobs so much easier, and it's the reason the village runs smooth and our meetings are good. So thank you very much, Melissa, and congratulations on your continued service as a municipal clerk.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's see, the approval requested. All in favor of the municipal clerks week, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
What in the world was that?
I just had an inkling, like, okay,
Was that a move?
No idea what that was.
gas bubble or? No, that's one thing that people ask me questions, they says, just call Melissa, she knows everything from the village's got, so.
No, I echo your sentiments, Ann.
Okay, next item is new business from the board or staff and president's comments. First comment is, this coming weekend is the fishing opener in Wisconsin, and, it sounds like a lot of folks up north will be ice fishing, so I wish to, have everybody, please be very careful. It's gonna be just, it's unlike anything that I've never seen it in my 60-plus years, so, please be careful out there, and I hope you have a great opener wherever you're at. Next item is I'd like to congratulate our village treasurer, Nathan, and his wife. They just had a baby girl. So Nathan's wife, Ann, will be a happy Mother's Day for the first time. And that's the other part, is I'd like to say, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And then at the end of the month, please remember the Memorial Day service for, there's a Memorial Day on, Chief, the 16th of May. The police officers that have fallen in line of duty, they have a memorial, and the service is at 6 p.m. in Hammond at the high school. Okay, so that got, there was no band concert then.
There's not.
Okay. We had that discussion, but yeah, we have the Police Memorial Day or week, the appreciation that week, and then again Memorial Day for the fallen soldiers and stuff at the end of the month. And I know Hudson VFW always has a great program up at the Willow River Cemetery and St. Pat's Cemetery on Memorial Day. Just watch your paper for that. And Melissa,
I do not have anything this week.
no elections?
No elections.
Okay, thank you. Let's see, Plan Commission did not meet, but they do this month.
They will in May, yes.
Okay, and now Personnel and Finance Committee claims and approvals recommendation.
Stan may move to approve the May 2018 non-recurring claims of $29,170.55.
Thank you, Mark. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Kathy. Is there comments or questions? Hearing none. Finance, Kathy?
Yes.
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 Thank you. Okay. Public Works.
Public Works did meet, Stan, and just a couple items. We're still dealing with flushable wipes, so folks that are watching, please continue to not flush flushable wipes because they're hurting our sewer system and costing us a lot of money. We're doing some preventative things now. Patrick's got pump service coming out on a little more regular basis than we have. We've got the ability to make some adjustments to the equipment. Can you explain that again? About
It's just changing the depth of the impeller.
Yeah.
It's set into the loop, and we can, if you lower it, it gets it closer to the loop, which gives less chance for big chunks to get in there.
we're doing what we can to keep
Right.
that station running.
Until we get the new pumps.
And the expected ship date is first week of July approximately, about the first week of July.
Okay.
And I think, did we send a mailer out? Yeah, we targeted the neighborhood. We were able to find out what 84, 85 houses are, going into that lift station that keeps going down. And we sent a targeted mailer out. Melissa took care of that for us. So we have actually had, well, we did just go down again, right?
Yeah, but it was 11 days.
But we had 11-day break after the mailer, so somebody got the word, hopefully. And that's all good for future, and we won't see the equipment till July and probably up and running a week, 2? Okay. Also, we talked about the Highway 35 project for 2021.
The Chief,
This is on the finance side of it and et cetera. We're going to be asking them to push that project out to, is it that one or is it Wisconsin? Wisconsin, sorry. Okay, Wisconsin's being pushed out to 2024 now. So again, we want to make sure 35's done, and then we're going to do Wisconsin Street. So those are things that are coming. And then we had a few items. The Highway 35 project chief had brought a concern to us, and I'll let you go.
Just briefly, I'll be shorter than I was in finance, but just a real quick, because I'll be bringing this back at some point. I sat on a group, task force that was put together to talk a little bit about safe routes to school for the Hudson School District. It was prepared for the school district by the West Central Wisconsin Regional Planning Commission. And the partners on the task force were several people from the school district, a couple people from the city of Hudson, one general citizen and from the River Valley Trails, and myself as a representative for the village of North Hudson. And we talked a lot about just different factors and safe routes to schools. They did a site analysis by the group that was put together. They did interviews or tallies of the students that in each school that utilized either bike or walking to school. And so after all of that was done, and I apologize, I'm going to scream through to our portion of it for North Hudson. After all that was done, they came up with some recommendations. They showed the information from the tally of what the percentages were of our students that walked or rode bikes to school. This is the area that they've designated as the safe routes to school. It's basically those that they felt would be able to walk or ride and have some common access points to the school. And then they came up with some issues and then some strategies or opportunities that might come forward. And so at the last board meeting, I kind of had stood up and said, hold on a second, I'm not sure if anybody was aware of this. So when the conversation came forward to change the perspective on the sidewalk from Michelson Street to Summer Street on the east side of Highway 35 as part of that project, it had been designated or at least identified in this plan. And number two, there are no sidewalks on the east side of State Highway 35 in that area. And then on the strategies or opportunities, work with Wisconsin DOT to ensure the sidewalks are built when that highway project went into place. So this is why I brought it forward, just as a kind of a, can we think about that really quickly? We did have some conversations at the Finance Committee where there was a change in funding. There are opportunities through the participation in this program or the supporting of the Safe Routes to School program. The problem that comes into play is that currently the minimums for funding for infrastructure projects is $300,000. So we would have to have a $300,000 project. Now that could be in cooperation with the school district and the city of Hudson, all of us coming together with one grant request, but it's a highly it's a very stringent process that this group would help us with. The Western Wisconsin group would help with trying to put it together, but it's very competitive, and so in order to even get that $300,000, there would be a lot of that would have to go through. So no promises on that particular funding source, and so at Finance we talked a little bit about kind of the cost-benefit analysis, and if taking it out of this Wisconsin DOT project doesn't mean that it can never be done. It just means it wouldn't be as part of the project that the state would have as part of their plan for that 2021 project. So I just wanted to bring this forward so that the board is aware of it. I will bring it back again because at some point the group would like a resolution to show support from the three different groups for this project, and just showing that we would like to make sure that our kids have safe routes to school and to not always have cars bring them in and creating all kinds of other issues, and not necessarily have everyone, those people that need busing would obviously not have the access to this type of activity, but for those that could walk, we want to encourage them to do that. So I'll have more detail, and this document is about a 70-page document, so we'll send it out. Really, there's 4 pages that are specific to North Hudson. Each school has 4 pages that are specific to them in the district, but those are some of the strategies, opportunities that they brought forward. Not all of them are even achievable, but best case scenario, we'd want to make sure that all of them were taken care of. Questions on any of that? Thank you.
So Previously, Public Works had brought forward an approval that included $10,000 basically because the state was going to fund 80/20 on the sidewalk. And the state came back and rescinded that offer of 80/20. So Public Works voted to remove the sidewalk, which is now going to cost $33,000. So we are making a proposal to remove the sidewalk from Michelson to Summers.
And that was also the recommendation from finance.
From finance. So that's for the 35 project. That doesn't mean, as Chief said, that eventually there might be funding still to, that would come back at us in a different, from a different route.
Okay. Thank you. So, that's a, again, a funding issue, so,
There was this.
I don't have a second
Need
yet.
I'll second the motion, but you need a
okay.
second.
Sorry, I thought we had a second. I'm gonna get it wrong again. Okay, thank you, Kathy. Is there further discussion? Kathy?
Are we voting now?
Well, I would.
No,
further
I don't have any
discussion
questions.
Before voting.
No, I'm
That's what I'm trying to get as before we vote. So, hearing no discussion, then Kathy, vote
Yes.
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 Thank you. Okay.
All right, next
Crack
item.
those is next.
Let's see, the next one up is crack filling.
Yep.
Right. Stan, Public Works would like to move to have St. Croix County do the crack filling of the village streets with a price not to exceed $25,000. And each of these three proposals are all budget items within budget.
I'll
Okay.
second.
Tim, thank
Second.
you. Is there further discussion on crack filling? I looked at the numbers. I mean, the county is pretty amazing that, and they do a pretty good job with the way it looks, and a lot of people are using them. So, okay, seal coating. Oh, wait a minute.
Spending.
Oh, Tim.
Yes.
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 Next item, Stan, I'd like to move to have St. Croix County do the seal coating of village streets with a price not to exceed $30,000.
And I'll second that.
Thank you, Tim. Brian, any further question or discussion?
So this is all of Helen Street, correct? I'm just trying to outline the streets that are getting done. Okay. Is left over. Okay. And it's prioritized based on that pacer. Okay.
Okay, so Kathy?
Yes.
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 Patching?
Stan, on hot patching or spray patching, I want to move to have St. Croix County do the spray patching of the village streets with price not to exceed $20,000.
And I'll second that.
Thank you, Tim. Any discussion or questions? Tim?
Yes.
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 Okay. Anything else, Brian?
That's all I got, sir.
Anything else from Public Works? Public Safety, Mark?
We did not meet, Stan.
Okay. Public Welfare, Kirk?
Did not meet.
Okay. Park Board, Kirk?
We did meet. I have a little update. The first one is with all this talk about spending, we came up with an idea that we're going to try to launch for next month, for June, that we're going to try to do a movie in the park. So anyone would be allowed to come down with their blankets and chairs, and we're going to start with the park over here, the Pepperfest Park, and then Cozy Corner is going to donate a projection screen with a projector, and the first movie will be filmed. And then after that, we'll take suggestions for the next film. And we're going to try to do about 3 this year, and then hopefully we can get it rolling and put more into it so people in the community could have something to do in the neighborhood that doesn't cost anything.
Would, have you thought about like free will donations to help fund the parks? I mean,
100%. So our first one is just going to be to do it, and then after that, if we have success, I've talked to a couple locals that we're going to think about putting something together for like hot dogs or a couple of the restaurants to put together donations so we could sell food there. We'll also have a little donation jar where all of that money will go back to our parks.
excellent.
I think it's a good idea, way to use the facilities. You had your hand up, Chief.
Yeah.
Chief?
And just a reminder, I think, just like what some of the other community groups that have gotten together, that if you're going to be there past the closing hours, there is a provision in our ordinance that does allow for the village board to allow that. So I would just ask, just to make sure that we treat the board or the park board the same as we treat other organizations coming forward, that just before maybe the June board meeting that we add that as a motion.
Yeah, and it came from the suggestion we came up with the idea from.
When they
those
did the
two
Chief
little
Jansen
ladies.
Park?
Yes.
That's right, yeah.
So
Very
that's
good.
kind of where it got started, but yeah, it will be brought up to the board and asked for permission before we attempt it.
Excellent. Thank you, Chief.
All right.
Sure.
With that done, we actually have one. I motion to approve a 12x12 sandbox by Burke Premier Play to not exceed $750.
Okay, thank you. Is that the motion?
Yep.
Second.
Thank you, Brian. Is there any further discussion?
I know it looks a little expensive, and it is expensive, but this is a different material that we want to try for the first time. We looked around to find different material, and you can't just go take wood, screw them up, put it around sand, put sand in there, because there's so many things, like you were saying, with kids stubbing their toes. So I guess it does look expensive, but this is our first time trying this product.
Who's putting it in?
My guy over there,
Oh, you didn't tell me that in finance.
I don't get to use him, only you do?
No, you get to use them.
Does he work for just?
No, that's good.
Because I mean, I use him for so many
I'm gonna be
things.
down a person too here shortly, so.
Oh, sorry.
But Chief's used to it.
Perfect. Oh,
So there was a motion to buy and a second to that, and it's a buy, so Tim?
Yes.
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 Okay, and, 13 says we're adjourned at 2:20, or 7:22. Thank you, everyone.